Hello children, good morning. Today I am going to teach another lesson, that is seed dispersal. So in the previous chapter, what is our previous chapter? Reproduction in plants. What did you learn in that lesson? We learned about the parts of the plant and fertilization and how seed will form. Yes, Nana? Here, after fertilization, the part of the flower. What is the part of the flower changes into a fruit? Ovary. Ovary changes into a fruit. And ovules are develop into seeds. Develop into seeds. Yes, Nana? So here some fruits have a single seed and some fruits have many seeds. And these seeds germinate under suitable conditions and grow into a new plant. Yes, and we can observe so many plants growing in our garden and also in an empty space. Not only in a garden, in an empty space. Some plants also grow on the walls and on the rooftops. Yes, children, did you observe? Yes. How did the seeds reach there? How do plants grow on the walls, on the rooftops? How does a seed travel from one place to another place? Here, a plant produces more number of seeds. Yes, a plant produces more number of seeds. If that all seeds fall under the mother plant and get buried in the ground. When they get suitable conditions, that all seeds germinate and grow into a new plant. Yes. So if all the seeds germinate under the parent plant, do they get sufficient air, water, sunlight, space and minerals? No. They compete with the mother plant for all these necessary conditions. What are these? Air, water, space, sunlight and minerals. Yes, if they don't get all this, they die. Yes, children. So that's why, to avoid the compete with the mother plant for air, water, sunlight, space and minerals, the seeds must be dispersed from one place to another place. Okay, did you understand why do seeds disperse? Yes. To avoid the competition with the mother plant for air, water, space, minerals and sunlight, the seeds must be dispersed from parent plant to distant places. Yes. So, but the process of dispersal of seeds different from plant to plant. The seeds have special mechanism to disperse from one place to another place. Means plants have special mechanism to disperse their seeds from one place to another place. And different types of seeds have different structures and that are very useful to move from one place to another place or to disperse from one place to another place. Okay children, let us study about the seed dispersal. Okay, here what is the definition of seed dispersal? Seeds are carried from one place to another so that they get suitable conditions to grow. This is called a dispersal of seeds. Another definition, scattering or spreading of seeds from parent plant to distant places is called a seed dispersal. Okay children, so here different types of seeds have different structures to disperse to move from one place to another place. Means here some seeds are small and light and some seeds have wing-like structures, or some seeds have hairy-like structures. Okay children, so these structures are suitable to disperse from one place to another place. Okay children, here how do the seeds disperse from one place to another place? Plants are fixed at one place. Yes? Do they move from one place to another place? Can they move? No, they cannot move from one place to another place. So, they take the help of natural agents to disperse the seeds from one place to another place. So, what are the natural agents here? Wind, water, birds and animals, and bursting the fruits and human beings. These are the natural agents. So plants take the help of these natural agents to disperse their seeds from their place to another place. Okay children, first one, dispersal of seeds through wind. Have you seen white hairy balls or parachute-like structures moving in the air? Yes. We tried sometimes we try to catch them also. Yes? Yes. What are the seeds? That are the seeds of Calotropis. That are the seeds of Calotropis. So like this, the seeds which are adapted to disperse through wind are light and small and hairy and wing-like structures. Okay, so here Calotropis, it is like a parachute, and it has light and hairy structures at one end. Okay, milkweed also. Milkweed, it also has a parachute-like structure. Okay, and maple seeds and drumstick seeds, these have wings on them, and cotton seeds have air-like structures. So these seeds travel with wind and they settle at suitable place, and when they get suitable conditions, they germinate to grow into a new plant. Did you understand children? Next, dispersal by water. Which seeds floats on water, and how seeds float on water? The seeds which floats on water are usually light. If they are heavy, they sink at the bottom of the water bodies. Yes, do they float on water? No. So the seeds which floats on water are usually light in weight. Okay children, so the seeds which are adapted to float on water are usually light. Okay, examples, coconut and lotus. So coconut is actually, it is a big, but it floats on water. How does it float on water? Here, the outer covering of the seed has a fibrous material and it has a air spaces. So that's why it floats on water, and when it reaches the suitable place, it germinates to grow into a new plant. Okay children, that's why we see more number of coconut trees at the seashore or at the banks of the rivers. Okay children, next, lotus. Lotus seeds are heavy, so it falls under the bottom of the water bodies, and that get carried by the flow of water. Okay, like this, the seeds which are dispersed through water, that are floats on water, usually light in weight. Okay. Next, what is the next one? Dispersal of seeds by birds and animals. Next one, dispersal of seeds by birds and animals. So birds and animals eat the fruits as children. So they also disperse the seeds from one place to another place. So the seeds which disperse from one place to another place through birds and animals, they have special structures. They have special structures like hooks, thorns and hairy structures. So these structures, so the seeds which have these structures, they get stuck to the bodies of animals and get carried to the distant places. Okay, an example, xanthium and tiger nail. And some seeds are sticky. Some seeds are sticky. So they get stuck to the beaks of the birds. So while flying, these seeds fall down on the ground at a distant places. And some birds carry seeds with the help of their beaks. In that, some of them fall on the ground before reaching their next, dispersal of seeds by bursting of fruits. So many fruits enclose the seeds in a capsule or pods. So observe this. What is it? It is a bean. Yes. So this bean fruit enclose the seeds in a pods. Okay, children. So when these pods and capsules dries up, they burst and scatter their seeds with great force to distant places. Example, bendi, mustard and seeds of pea family. Do you know balsam? Yes. So this is balsam. Okay, this is a balsam seed. So this balsam seed means this balsam fruit encloses the seeds in a capsule. So when we touch this dried capsule, immediately it bursts open and scatter their seeds with great force to distant places. Do you know Kanakamparam? Yes. So collect that Kanakamparam pods, okay, and collect and keep at one place and sprinkle some water. Immediately they burst and they scatter their seeds with a great force to distant places. Yes, children? So like this we can observe so many fruits. Okay, next, dispersal of seeds through human beings. So we also disperse the seeds from one place to another place. So if we go to another new place, any new place, so if we see any new seeds that are maybe flowering plants or vegetable plants, we bring the seeds of that flowering plants or vegetable plants and we keep in our gardens or in a field. Yes, children. So like this we disperse the seeds from one place to another place. So do you know tomatoes? Yes, everyone knows. So we use tomatoes to prepare curry, chutney or pickles. Yes? Yes. So do you know from where these tomatoes came? Are these native to India? No. So when European travelers came to India to do the business, they left the seeds of fruits and vegetables on the ground. What are that? Tomato, cauliflower, guava, pear. They left the seeds of these fruits and vegetables on the ground on their return. And we are using sugar. We get sugar from sugarcane. Yes, it is native to India. It is native to India. But sugarcane is growing worldwide. Means it is used worldwide for the production of sugar. Actually, so like this, people transfer seeds of fruits and vegetables from one place to another place. Okay, why does a plant produces more number of seeds? Here, in some plants, fruits grow singly, and in some plants, fruits grow in a bunches. Yes, and some fruits have only a single seed, and some fruits have more number of seeds. As mango have only one seed, but papaya, watermelon, tomatoes, guava, brinjal, these have many seeds. Do all the seeds germinate and grow into a new plant? No. If all the seeds germinate and grow into a new plant, we can see only same type of plants at one place. Actually, but it is not happening. All seeds are not germinating and growing as a new plant. Why? Some seeds do not get suitable conditions to grow, and some seeds do not germinate, and some seeds are eaten up by the birds and animals, and some seeds get dry. Yes, so like this, only some seeds germinate to grow into a new plant. But some seeds, they germinate and they grow into a new plant. But after growing into a new plant also, they dry or they die before nurturing. Excellent. So to overcome this problem, plant produces more number of seeds. The plant produces more number of seeds. Did you understand, children, this lesson? Yes. So, what did you learn in this lesson? What we have learnt? We learnt about the dispersal of seeds by wind, by water, by birds and animals, by human beings, and by bursting of the fruits. Yes? Did you understand, children, this lesson? Very good.